Did she just call me a knothead? Hey everyone, this is Martin and I am down in the woods today, down in the sticks, and where we have the cabin being built. And I'm going to swing this around so you can kind of see where we're at here. To start with, that's our view off into the woods, which is pretty cool. And it is the, I guess it's October 31st today, so it's Halloween 2021. And here's where the cabin structure is. We're going to be putting down the floor on it today. And I wanted to show you a little bit about what we did on the construction of this. To start with, everything is, we're built on, this is going to be, it's not a temporary cabin, but it is going to be a, it's going to be one where we're going to temporarily live while we're starting to build the main cabin. And it'll be, I guess, our little hunting cabin or whatever, getaway cabin. But when, what we did was we are putting this just on 4x4 posts. Now down in the ground here, we're in southwest Missouri, and the ground is really rocky and clay and all of that. So when you go about 2 feet deep, you hit a hard layer of rock and clay. It's not solid rock, but it's the next best thing. And so we really don't have a lot. We don't have a traditional foundation here, but what we do have is there's piers down at the bottom of these posts, or yeah, at the bottom of the posts that they sit in, and they're sitting on ground that's virtually like concrete. And we dug those holes with a backhoe and put them in. And so this cabin has got a footprint that goes into the ground of 12 by 16. And if you look up here, I mean, we've bolted, this is not the subfloor, this is just the structure that's going to support the floor joist. And all of these have been bolted to the posts going down, and plus we've put in angle braces on the corners down here towards the low side, and it is extremely strong. You cannot move or shake this thing. And you may wonder, as you look at this, why these posts have been left sticking up. And I'm going to take you up to the other side of the cabin and show you. We're delivering down the floor joist today, and so what happens with these floor joists, and this is a lot the way we build our treehouse structures, if you've seen any of our tree houses, but the floor joists will be going right up against those posts and then anchored into the post. So the actual subfloor will be setting up a little bit above the post there. It'll be setting up just a little, and then anchored down to this 2x8 structure that runs around the perimeter of the cabin. And for example, up here, you can see this is the very first one that will go in, and it sits on top of that 2x8 treated wood. We get bolted into the post here. You can see the carriage bolts down there that holds it all together. And then we'll just build that structure, that floor joist structure on top of that. Now, this is a 12 by 16 cabin, but we are going to cantilever out the floor about 2 feet on this side. This is where the kitchen area will be. And then on the very opposite side back over there, we're going to do the same thing out the other side. That will be where the bedroom area is. And we'll look at this a little closer as we get a little farther into it.
Don't want to get a knothead. You can't get this in very good.
What did you call me? Did she just call me a knothead? Too many years of using a nail gun. You want something that's either square or rectangular. You can measure from opposite corners and shift things around until the measurements from opposite corners line up and are exactly the same. With this, we're not going to have a square or rectangle shaped perimeter. It's going to have a cantilever bump out on this side, another one over there, so it makes you can still do it, but it just makes it more complicated. You have to measure out and figure out where those square lines should be. And instead we're going to do it's called an a squared plus b squared equals c squared calculation, and it's really pretty simple. I'm going to hand the Shelley is laughing at me over this, but it's a real deal. Okay?
Geometry, yay.
It's geometry. Geometry is our friend. Algebra is too occasionally.